going on, Akiya Hunters? Welcome back to my channel, and today I have a very special episode for you. To my right, I have none other than Alex, who is originally from France, but is a resident of Japan. How long have you been in Japan?
Less than 2 years.
Less than 2 years. Yeah, and today we're in city of Yokohama. As you can see, the landmark tower is right there. Look at that. So Minato Mirai is right there. And which ward is this, Alex? I think it's Minamiku, right? Minami ward? Yeah, it's actually pretty close to where I live because I live in Nakaku. We're here because you bought a rental property. Yeah.
Exactly.
And we just closed last week, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, he and I came here a couple months ago to do the walkthrough, and then he made an offer on that day, and we finally closed. There are a few things that happened that kind of delayed the closing, but he's the proud owner.
Finally, we're here. We have the keys.
Yeah, of the house. So, do you have the keys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere in my pocket. Just here, actually.
There you go.
I got
He's
them.
the proud owner.
Super happy.
Okay.
Excited.
Can we go?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
So where was it?
So just on the left.
Here. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
not far from here.
This is your first deal
Yeah.
in Japan, right?
In Japan, yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us what made you want to buy a house in Japan or in a rental property in Japan?
Sure. So actually, when I arrived in Japan, I was looking for business opportunities. So I was, checking different markets, and I realized there are some potential with real estate here in Japan and investing in real estate here in Japan. So I did my researches, and I decided it could be a good opportunity for me to buy a rental property here in Japan.
And you currently live in Tokyo, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And why did you choose Yokohama as a market?
So Yokohama seems to be a very attractive place, if I may say it like that. And it's very close to the Tokyo city center.
Mm-hmm.
It's not far from this nice place in the countryside we have in Japan, not far from the Fuji area, The population here in Minami-ku is increasing a bit.
Yeah.
So
It's a popular area. Yeah.
So I thought this area was very interesting for a rental property.
Yeah. Oh, is this it?
Yeah,
We're
here we are. Yeah, we just arrived. So this is the place, the house.
Look at this. It's a good looking house. What year was this built? Do you remember?
I think beginning of the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think
I'm pretty
81,
positive it's
82, something like
yeah, it was post 81, which is, it's got the new
that. To be
earthquake
honest, from the outside,
standards.
it looks very good. Like, it doesn't look old. No, it looks very good.
Yeah. No, it really does look nice. All right.
Okay.
Can we go inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is super exciting. Should I take my shoes off?
It's okay, actually. We are going to start some renovation work soon. So
Okay. All right. Well, お邪魔します. Okay, I'm not used to not taking shoes off. but-
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Me too, but yeah. So you have the toilets at the entrance, the
Yeah.
stairs for...
I mean, look at this toilet. This toilet's pretty new. Yeah, I like it. So you're gonna keep this toilet seat, right, for your tenant?
Here we have the kitchen area.
Yeah.
The bathroom just over there.
So this bathroom, it's actually pretty nice. Big window,
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad for an old house.
washroom. Yeah, and it comes with a stove too. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kitchen and the living room with the backyard.
Yeah, living room. Obviously, with the renovation, this is all gonna look different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then here's the backyard. Very nice. I love how quiet it is
It's
here.
super quiet.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's close from the station, but it's quiet at the same time here. So
Mhm.
perfect. And you have some lights coming in,
Yeah.
so it looks bright. Should we go upstairs?
Yeah. Well, check this out. Nice. The lights coming in from here
I really
too.
like them. These
Yeah.
windows.
This is very nice. Yeah.
Bring some light in the kitchen.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, so you got 2 rooms upstairs.
And here we have the balcony.
Yeah.
Very sunny today, so perfect
Nice.
time to-
Beautiful. Whoa. Look at this. It's quiet. Very nice neighborhood. I mean, next to you, your neighbor has like a brand new house here. 2 of them. That's a good sign.
Actually, you can see a lot of new houses as well around in
Yeah.
the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So people are coming here.
Exactly.
They are building new house.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a very good sign.
So one of my principles for picking the right market or right house for rental investing is buy the ugliest house in a really good neighborhood, right? Because the other way around is the worst. You don't want to buy the best looking house in a bad neighborhood. I mean, your place is actually already beautiful, especially from the outside.
Yeah.
And what's exciting is that you're gonna actually renovate the inside, so it's gonna be great. Like all this stuff, obviously, it's gonna change. Yeah. It's gonna be new, but I think the foundation of this house is really nice.
A lot of potential.
Yeah.
So here we are in the what we call here in Japan the tatami room.
Mm-hmm.
So very nice Japanese style.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, after the renovation, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for the tour, Alex.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. Happy to have you here.
So, Alex, congratulations again on this purchase.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much.
It's already is a beautiful house.
I already like it, and it's gonna be even better after the renovation. But this house is. When I saw it the first time, I knew I wanted this one. So very happy.
So, walk me through how you found this, or how you got to deciding to purchase property in Japan and renting it out, as opposed to you've lived in France, you're from France, you lived in Scotland. Why not those markets? Why did you choose Japan?
So I'm from France, as you can hear it probably. I lived in England, then in Scotland, then we moved here in Japan. So it's mainly for my work. When we moved here, I was looking for some business opportunities. So I was checking different areas, different markets, and I quickly understood the real estate market here in Japan is quite interesting. Mm-hmm. So I started to do my researches, and eventually we started to work together. And after some more researches and learnings about the market, real estate market here, we finally found this house off market. So we did visit this house, and I made an offer, and here we are.
So for those who don't know what off-market deals mean, can you explain the difference between off-market deals and on-the-market deals?
Sure. So initially, when I was saying I was looking for a property online, so it's on all these main real estate websites. We have like Sumo, for example, or At Home. So you have listings with many different type of properties, but you also have this off-market thing, which are property which are not part of those public listing, basically. Mm-hmm. So it's good because not many people are aware of these deals. So you may have more chances at the end to find the good property for you.
Because some of the sellers are not comfortable using, or getting many agents to help you. And they're definitely a pro for that as a seller, because you can reach out to more wider audience. But also it costs a lot of money to advertise that way too. So some sellers oftentimes, especially if they're Akiya, they prefer to list it as an off-market to feel it out. And selected people, brokers and agents get access to it. And I happen to, got the access. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I told you many times, but if I didn't buy my place, a month or two before you did, I probably would have bought this house. When I came with you, I was like, man, this is good, and I know this area very well.
Yeah, I was so surprised because I was expecting, a very old house with a lot of issues everywhere. Which doesn't look good and with a lot of work to do. But actually, from the outside, it looks quite nice, And so, of course, we have some renovation to do in the inside, but it's not that bad. Mm-hmm. So as it's my first house here in Japan, it's not too scary, as a first investment. Mm-hmm. So I really think it's a first good one,
In real estate, and we've talked about this, multiple times, getting an ugly house is okay. One of my principles is, get the ugliest house in the best neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, and this is not even that ugly, like it's pretty good, decent already. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a lot nicer with the renovation. But the point is, you get the really good value from buying something a little bit distressed in a good neighborhood.
Exactly.
Because neighborhood is something that you cannot change, right? Yeah. Location is something that you cannot change in real estate. So that you got to pick a good neighborhood.
Yeah. It's exactly what you're just saying. It's ideal because the neighborhood is perfect with a lot of new houses actually. The neighborhood looks very attractive. People are coming here to live here. So no, it's very good. Super happy.
And we talked a little bit now on the way here. So you live in Tokyo,
Yeah.
right? And my course as well. Like we recommend looking just right outside of Tokyo because Tokyo is expensive. Sure, like
Yeah.
the land has more value, but also properties are way more expensive.
Definitely.
And oftentimes it just doesn't work for a lot of investors. I think you live near Ikebukuro,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like that's closer to Saitama.
Yeah.
But what made you wanna, invest for this in Yokohama?
So yeah, when I was looking for a place, a property to buy, so I was checking the different areas around Tokyo. From what I could hear, they are all good. They have good points, bad points, all of them, as long as they are nearby Tokyo. But I've noticed Yokohama, a lot of people are talking about Yokohama. I have a lot of friends as well who are living in Yokohama. They are telling me a lot of good things about the place. The population here in this specific area where we are is increasing a bit, which is a very good sign. So yeah, that's why I picked Yokohama. Again, it's my first house here in Japan I buy. So I wanted a safe location. What I mean is a location I know people are interested by for sure, not far from Tokyo. And I thought Yokohama was matching all my boxes. So yeah.
Yeah, my viewers know this, but I'm pretty biased towards Yokohama because I live here.
Yeah.
I do live near here, but it is the most desirable city in the country. I think it's been that way for like many, many years. And that's why a lot of people are moving in. More people are moving in into the city of Yokohama as a whole. But specifically, some words like Minamiku is one of them. Nishiku, which is where Yokohama Station is. Nakaku, pretty right next to this, where I live, population is increasing. And I think a few other wards have increasing population, which is very promising in a country where the entire population is rapidly decreasing, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I think Saitama is an up-and-coming prefecture as well. Southern Saitama, the population is increasing. So I think, value-wise, you get more value in places like this.
Exactly. So you were talking about Saitama. I was checking very closely Saitama as well, Chiba as well. But yeah, I wasn't sure. But my idea, I was fixed on it. I wanted Yokohama as the first deal. Yeah. So yeah, it's a rental property, so I need to be sure people want to live here, will be comfortable. I need to be sure to find someone to live here. So yeah.
So what's around here? What did you see? When you're walking around.
So here it's basically a very quiet neighborhood area. So it's good. But you also have like 5-10 minutes by walk. Like a street with some shops, the kombini we have here in Japan, and not so far. So I think it's about 20-minute walks. You have the one of the station around. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty much what I've seen. You have some very nice view of because we are on a hill a bit. So you have some nice view, and depending of where you are. You can see the Mount Fuji, which is great, to be honest. So yeah, it's quiet and nice. Yeah, I like it.
So it's in between Yamate Station, JR Yamate, and Ishikawacho Station, right? And Ishikawacho is also known as the Chinatown station. So
which is
Chinatown
just nearby.
Right there. Motomachi is right there. And yeah, just like a 5-minute walk, the street full of kombini and small restaurants.
And you have the Yokohama station, which is just after the one you just mentioned, I think.
Yeah.
So very close. Good location, I think, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we just talked about the Yokohama market and the surrounding area. And you felt really good about this neighborhood, just attractiveness overall. Because, that's what really matters long-term, right? Long-term rentals. Is the demand there? Yeah. And if the answer is yes, population, increasing, or at least in Japan, it's not going down rapidly. Yeah. The chances are, you're going to be able to find a renter. I tell this to a lot of people because, people are like, why not apartments? Because rentals, like a single family, there's a lot of maintenance. It can be a lot of maintenance. Yeah. What if the roof, leaks and there's water? I think there are many things that we can talk about. Sure, like if you have an apartment unit, well, you're paying for it every month in the HOA, homeowners association, right? So that if something happens, sure, like you don't have to directly pay, but it comes out of your earnings every month. Would roofs be okay forever? Like the answer is no, like in every 10 years or so. In Japan, I think it's maybe more, like 20, depending on what type of roof. But there will be some issues, but I think the reason why I'm pretty bullish on single family houses in Japan is that the supply is so low, so that demand is, I think the demand is higher than the supply. Because if you look at like at home or sumo, it's really hard to find single family rentals, right? Because most people own these places to live, right?
And I was looking myself for a place to rent, like a detached house in Tokyo, and it's complicated.
Exactly, and that's why I guarantee there's so many people, couples, families, maybe single people who want to live in place like this, because it's nice. Like you still feel like you have a house, right? As opposed to an apartment unit.
And you don't have anybody upstairs or downstairs, so like it's your home. You're not going to bother anybody, so it's your place. You feel at home. It's perfect, I think. For a family, it's ideal.
Can we talk about numbers? The numbers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you found this. We walked through together. You made an offer right away, but what did you pay for this to acquire this?
So all in I'm talking about the price of the house, the
broker fees,
administration fees, and the renovation, obviously. So it was about 10 million yen for this place.
With the renovation. So so we worked it out with the renovation company, and they gave you a quote.
Exactly.
And I mean, they're gonna come in like in 3 days and start.
Yeah, they're gonna start pretty soon now.
Right.
So,
But it was like an all-in cost, right? With 10 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So I think if I remember correctly, it was it like 8 million or like 7.5 to acquire?
Yeah.
So to purchase this, broker fees, we got to pay the judicial scrivener fees, stamp duty and all that stuff, 7.5, which is like $50,000. And then on top of that, it's like 2.5 million, which is only like, I can't do the calculation. I'll just edit, but probably like 15 grand, 16 for a renovation for the whole house. To me, like, I've done many renovations in the US, and it's incredible that, at that price. And I've used that renovation company for my Akiya as well, so I'm sure they're going to do a pretty good job.
Yeah, when I saw some picture of what they did in others' property, and I was like, wow, okay. I mean, let's do this.
Yeah, because like what's really good about your place is the kitchen already is pretty good. Yeah, like the unit the kitchen, the stove is there. Yeah. So all you got to do is just really clean up. And
even the bathroom area is not that bad. It's mainly the wall, the floor to change, but it's fine.
Yeah, because in Japan and anywhere, like mizumawari, so like anything like plumbing, where water is, if you want to renovate, like if you want to put in a brand new kitchen, if you want to put in a brand new bath, and that's going to cost you like 10, 20 grand easily, right? Just that alone. So I think having a pretty decent bathroom, kitchen already, they can just focus on, the floors, the walls, and then just the really cleaning.
It was definitely a very good point when we visited for the first time this house, and I saw the state of the kitchen, of the bathroom area. It was, I was like, interesting, some potential here of savings,
Sure. So, and do you know what you're expecting to get, on the monthly, like as a rental?
Yes, so I think it's gonna be about 100K.
100K, 10만, per month?
Yeah, per month,
Yeah, so that meets the 1% rule, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so like 100K is a 1% of 10 million, and we also call it 12% gross yield, which is, I mean, double digits in my opinion. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's hard to get that outside of Japan today. Okay, well that's exciting. Yeah. And what timeline are you looking at? How long does the renovation take? And
We signed off all the document to get the house. I think it was about last week. They're gonna start the renovation next week. It's gonna take 2 to 3 months, something like that. So then after we have the process of looking for someone to rent the place. So
yeah, probably another 2 to 3 months, right? Okay, so anywhere between like 4 to 6 months.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a renovated place and a tenant placed in, and you're gonna be a landlord. Yeah.
Perfect. I hope.
Yeah, awesome. One last point that I wanted to touch up on. So like I've interviewed a lot of people who don't live in Japan. So for you do live in Japan.
Yeah.
Right? So that make the buying process a little bit different. Probably it was easier.
Yeah, totally fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you have you're a resident, so you have a juminhyo, which is a document that you need as a resident. And a lot of my clients, they end up signing the affidavit, a document that proves your residence. But you didn't have to do that as a resident here, right?
No.
Yeah. And how did you find the buying process in Japan?
To be honest, it was super easy, I would say. I step by step, I just follow like what I've been asked to provide, the documents, and at some point you have to transfer the money. But it was, in my opinion, super smooth. No issue really. So I have a Japanese bank account, so it helps.
Yeah, I mean that's a huge plus as well.
To be honest, I still have some money outside of Japan, so I'm using some, Wise or Revolut, things like that, to send part of this money to my Japanese bank account. But then after, for the final payment, I just use my Japanese bank account, and it was processed very, very smooth, easy.
That's awesome. Do you have both Wise and Revolut accounts?
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer?
It depends, but what I like with Wise is rate when you have to convert your money in yen. I think is often better than Revolut. And to send the money, overall, for me it was less fee with Wise. But basically how I'm doing it is I have a Revolut account, and then I send my money to a Wise. And Wise, I convert my money into yen, and I send what I need to my Japanese account.
Ooh, that's a hack.
That's a process. But you need to check the conversion rate. Yeah, it's what I was looking for. Conversion rate. But when I did the purchase, the conversion rate was way better with Wise. I don't remember how much it cost me, but on Wise it was super
it's good.
Very low. Yeah.
I use Wise as well. I thought about creating a Revolut account, but I like Wise so much that I'm like, I'm just gonna keep using this. The conversion rate's great.
It's a totally different topic, but I could talk a lot about Revolut and all this new banking system. I really like them. So
yeah. Well, that's awesome. Glad to hear that the process went pretty well. I also wanted to acknowledge you because, I've had the pleasure of helping you go through this process. And something I noticed about you and your wife is that you're so resourceful. You've been here for 2 years, learning Japanese. And all the documents, real estate documents, the purchase agreements and all that stuff are in Japanese. And, first you did everything on your own, like, Google Translate. And we had a call as well just to walk through like, okay, this means this. But I just felt like, you did so much homework on your own so that when we talked, it was just really a few things that, we needed to cover. So thanks for that.
Thank you. Nowadays we are so lucky. We have so many tools to, here in my case, understand Japanese. So you can translate. You have online to find many different resources, such as your YouTube channel or other stuff like that to learn about real estate anywhere in the world. So if you have a goal, a target, just do your research and it should be fine, especially here in Japan. As we mentioned, the buying process of a property is very good, I think. So shouldn't be any issue.
Yeah, do you think we can come back here after the renovation is done? I'd love to see, finished product.
It would be great, like to visit again once they finish the renovation in a few months, and have a look, have a tour. But this time with everything renovated, it would be great.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Cool. Well, thanks, Alex, for your time, and congratulations again on your purchase.
Thank you very much, Shu, and thank you for your help in during the process of buying this house. So very happy today to have you here.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, well, thanks for watching, everyone. If you need service like Alex did, you can apply for my program. I'll put the links below. And if you enjoy this video, I'm sure you're gonna like this video next for more. So make sure you watch this, and I will see you in the next one.